All right, guys, Brandon Coulter here. We're down at Chickamauga. We're doing a little frog fishing, and as a matter of fact, you can kind of hear the mat still popping. But something that happens typically every fall is these fish start, instead of just feeding on bluegill constantly, they start coming up on shad. And you'll see on the edge of this grass, these shad were blowing up. And so you're on Chickamauga. I promise you, if you're on Chickamauga in the fall or the spring, one thing you've got in your box is an Alabama rig. And what we're doing is we're just throwing that A-rig right along the edge of the grass. We're winding it back and we're targeting those fish that are just coming out here. What those fish are doing, they actually live under the grass. And they're sitting under that grass, but they're coming out here and they're just busting those shad as they come by. So we're targeting those with a little A-rig. Oh, God, I just missed one. That would have been nice. Oh, I just missed him again. Dang it, I thought we might get him follow. Let's try that again. But what we're doing is we're throwing alongside this grass and we're just targeting the shad and the bass that are sliding out from that grass, and they're coming out here and busting these shad. And I call them shad eaters, and they're real hard to get to hit a frog, but they'll smoke an A-rig. My setup for this A-rig is I've got a 7.3 medium heavy with a Concept KP reel. It's a real light reel, real light rod. The reason I go with a KP is simple, guys. You're throwing an A-rig, you got an awful lot of weight, a lot of wear and tear. Everybody throws it on 7-Elevens and all these big rods. I throw a very compact A-rig. I throw a small one 90% of the time, especially when I'm fishing the shallow in grass. So I go with the 7.3 medium heavy, the KP. Get one of these, they're bad. Ask for one for Father's Day, get one for Christmas. But absolutely awesome reel, super, super light, awesome for an A-rig. I don't know what it is, but they go from brim to shad. And when you got shad eaters, they don't like a frog. They're really keen on them little tiny minnows and that shad. So pick up an A-rig and I guarantee you'll catch more fish.